seeing double in the projects, mad at myself when I put it to the side. Mama had to cater for the coupe that we rode at the school on the way to Popeyes. And niggas wanna play both sides, it's a red dot, don't get on the wrong red eye. It's a headshot, then we can't woo them guys. Fuck around and bag two of them guys.
Alright, what's up? Welcome to another YouTube video. As you can see with my deadlift warm-ups that we're in a different area, a different gym. We are at Rain Athletics here somewhere in Houston. I don't know, Houston is really big. So just know that if you come to Houston or if you're by the Galleria area, this gym is nearby. Pretty cool vibe, really good music, really good playlist. And my favorite color is blue. So the fact that it was outlined with a lot of blue was really nice. The day pass to me was a little expensive, $26 for the day. I think that's a little crazy, but if you are in this area and you need a home gym, I think this is a great gym to have a membership. Maybe not somewhere to like get a day pass frequently, but one time may be worth it. But let's get started with talking about the lifts. So as you guys saw, I have not moved 320 like that in forever. I feel so strong on deadlifts right now. I'm really excited to see what next week brings. I mean, especially with how heavy I pushed my stiff leg deadlifts at the beginning of this week. I was really thinking that I was gonna at least be somewhat cooked going into deadlifts, and I really wasn't. However, I was cooked other places, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, deadlifts honestly felt really great. I did 262.5 for my back down set of 9. As you guys saw, that this moved extremely well, extremely fast, extremely consistent. The most consistent and fast my deadlift has been in ages. So I'm really excited to catch this momentum, and it's at the right time because it means that one, especially if next week goes according to plan, I would have done the job, I would have raised the capacity, right? And now I have proper momentum going into true peaking cycles for Advances Houston with Marcellus. So I'm excited about that. Now let's get to the part where I'm a little cooked. I did not really record bench because bench just felt weird. It felt strong and not strong at the same time. And as we kept practicing and as I kept experimenting, I realized why. So my left leg and my left glute were not really active while I was setting up at the bench and while I was squatting. And I believe that was from me driving last night and then driving today to the gym. It's like one of those, because I have issues already, I'm more prone and more sensitive. And the stiff leg deadlifts earlier this week didn't help because I know that's what happened last block is when I did the stiff leg deadlifts, I really lost all of my hips. So what I didn't catch it when I was bench pressing. I kept experimenting with different things and I wasn't really able to tell what was wrong. But then on squat, I was able to tell, I was like, oh no, something's wrong. At first I thought it was the rack. So then I switched racks. Shout out to Samson, he allowed me to work in with him. And so that way I could use the Alico rack to see if that was the difference. I felt better on the Alico rack, but I was able to really tell that something was off with my hips. So I ended up doing like this hip test to where I hang my foot off to the side and I basically use one leg that's higher up to raise my other leg straight up, just bending the knee and then basically extending it. And I realized on my left leg, it was really hard to do that. I didn't have a lot of control, and I just felt like I didn't have a lot of power, right? So after realizing that, I gave more attention to my left leg. I started really contracting the left glute and the left quad even harder and really trying to fight for that contraction, really doing that drill over and over again. And for my last set of squats, it finally felt normal again. And finally, I was moving 220 for back downs how it should be moving. And if I would have warmed up that way, I think my top set would have moved a lot better. I think I would have been able to take the true back downs I was supposed to take. But all in all, the work was still done. I still did 617 for 2 reps. I didn't do an actual double, but I did 2 reps of it, so that still counts. And I was still able to do work on the back downs, 2 sets of it being off, and then 1 set of it being how it's supposed to be. And I have that drive and I have that momentum going into next week. And we're not going to be pushing the stiff leg on Monday. So because of that, I should be able to have equal distribution of force between my left leg and my right leg. And if I start feeling off again, now I truly know what to do. And it's just as simple as get my left quad, get my left glute way more active, make sure that I'm actually using it for my setup. And as long as that is in control, I'm gonna be strong. Which means that for my warm up, usually I just do like dumbbell RDLs. I'll do body weight split squats when I do body weight squats, etc. But now what I'm gonna do is just do dumbbell RDLs, and then I'll do weighted split squats as a warm up. So that's 2 warm-ups, 2 warm-up movements, along with everything that I do for like my upper body and my back and chest. But it's okay to add 1 more weighted warm-up into my routine. It's not gonna kill me. And it's cool that it's clear that there's a difference and it's making me better. So overall, not mad at it, because last block, when I pushed the stiff legs, I couldn't do anything. Like, I was completely cooked for the rest of the week. This time, I was able to push the stiff legs even heavier and harder. I was able to do all my secondary work, and I still came to the primary and got the work done, right? And my deadlift is still the best it has ever felt. So next week, I'm gonna recover, maintain all the variables, kill the secondary day. And again, I'm not too concerned if I have a great week 4, as long as my body is moving how it should be. Because if I'm fatigued next week for my week 4 because of what I did on my secondary day, that's okay. If I can at least just either match what I did in that first block, or if I could just do something that I would have done like when I was peaking for nationals prior, if I could at least match something like that, that to me tells me that with way more volume and way more work done, I'm still able to produce a better baseline of strength that rivals my peaking strength. So that would accomplish the job. Even if I hit a PR or not, if I can match some PRs, that would be pretty crazy. So. as you guys know, that this is week 4, and these are my secondary day deadlifts. Now, this was the biggest goal that I wanted, right? I've never done a 3x7 with 270. Never done 21 reps with 270 or like 595. It's basically 600 pounds for this amount of volume in a single day. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. Warming up, I really didn't feel that great. I mean, I really shouldn't, because I just had like my primary, and plus it was me and my girl's 1-year anniversary, so definitely was tired from the weekend and didn't necessarily get all the calories that I should have got in on my Saturday, and I got them in on Sunday, but on Saturday I didn't quite get everything that I could have got in, and then Sunday I feel like even the food selection wasn't necessarily the best, but regardless of that, still was able to come in today and still do good. I mean, overall, I don't feel too beat up after doing 270 at all, and I still have energy to go ahead and do my 353 for a 3x8 on bench. And I got some new things that I tinkered with on bench that I'm excited to see if I was correct about. But overall, first thing of the day, secondary deadlifts, it's a green check. We did it. So now we just got 2 more things to do. Two more exercises to go. And yeah, and remember, the whole point was to be able to do this day, my secondary day, and still be able to have like my overall strength be high come the weekend. Don't necessarily need a PR, but as long as I can showcase that I'm close to the same strength that I was when I was peaking, then that's a win. That's the dub. That's the capacity being raised. That's my body being more resilient. Just me doing this day alone, you know, shows that I'm way more resilient and my body's a lot better. No adductor issues, no back issues, no hip issues. And overall this day was, overall this deadlift session was something that I could do now that I wasn't able to do when I was peaking for nationals. So it's a dub. Now let's bench. All right, so I did a horrible job of recording. I recorded on my phone, but I did not record on the actual camera. I was just talking to people in the gym, and then I was just working out. But either way, it is what it is. So we actually did accomplish a 3x8 with a 353. Pretty easy, and easier than I thought it was gonna be. I'm probably gonna do a fatigue single at, we'll probably keep it chill, probably keep it at 418. I think that would still be a good indicator as far as like where the strength is at for this week. As long as I stay healthy, of course, and keep things on time, which I have no reason as to why it shouldn't be that way. But yeah, safe to say that the new technique is definitely the move, because it just felt so easy. Like, it was crazy. Like bringing the bar down and everything. Well, this will be the real test. If I can bring the bar down confidently and smoothly with 418, that lets me know that I am truly where I want to be. So yeah, let me hit the fatigue single and then we'll judge from there. That was the most comfortable that I've ever taken 418, especially after the 3x8 with 253. I've never done a 3x8. I don't think I've ever done a set of 8 with 353 for more than one set before. It's definitely not that easy and that comfortable. So safe to say that for sure, the bench technique feels so much better. Now we have to squat. I'm pretty sure this is on the wrong rack height. show is. But yeah, I feel good. And now just to complete the day with squats. And we're gonna try and do a single today with like anywhere between 600 to 617, which would be cool because I just did the 617 this past weekend and didn't not go that well just because of like a little bit of a hip imbalance. But today, I feel like I definitely fixed that or corrected that, or even if it feels off, I know what to do. So if I'm able to get through my volume work, which is just a 3x3, I believe at like 210 or 207, then that should be fine because then I should be able to like capitalize on that and take the huge jump from like 207, 210 all the way to 272 or 280. But we'll see. But first, we got to start with this first warm up. Ooh, I'm so tight from deadlifts.